In the wild, many incredible things can happen in the shadow of bad events that transpire. Nature is a cruel mistress of events that can break people as well as animals down. But sometimes, nature pulls a 180 out of nowhere and an animal decides to save another animal, even if they aren't the same species. There are a lot of different situations that this has happened in, but today we're going over 5 animals saving other animals in need. Feel free to save yourself some trouble by subscribing to our channel to stay up to date on all of our content. So let's get into it. Sometimes animals can be a bit cruel themselves. It can throw unpleasant situations and much more into the lives of animals and people. And in the case of the baby elephant named THEMBA, she had a rough first shake in life. THEMBA was just a small baby elephant when her herd had decided to abandon her. Sad, heartbroken, and alone, she might have not survived long, but her luck would take a turn for the better. Workers of the Shamwari Rehabilitation Center would save her life and THEMBA would meet her new mom, or dad, Albert. Albert is a sheep that was initially aggressive to the unknown gigantic baby, but after a while they grew to be a tight-knit family where one goes, the other one does too. And they'll spend days in the grass where they live together and will not separate for long at all, until it's back to spending their days with their best friend. Who would have known a sheep was what this little elephant needed all along? In the world, a usual natural order of things is kept. Most of the time, big apex predators like bears tend to rule the forests and eat indiscriminately. They have the strength, speed, and power to basically munch on anything they want, which makes this next animal saving another animal a little bit weird. In a video that was recorded at the Budapest Zoo, a bear is seen doing something quite strange indeed. A bird, a crow from the looks of it, fell into the water and was trying to desperately get out. The bear in question came upon this bird who was obviously very frightened. The bear is soon seen trying to get the bird out. Now some say here that the bear's original intent was to eat the bird, and that's plausible, but that it changed its mind before it decided to kill and eat it. The bird itself is shocked at this turn of events, but whatever the reasoning, we're sure that bird is quite happy to be alive and saved. Some of our nearest living relatives are alive today, like chimpanzees and orangutans, possess quite a bit of intelligence and personality. Being of a similar divergent branch of great apes, we share approximately 98% similar DNA to these guys, as well as a possibly level of empathy, or at the very least, curiosity. In this video taken at an orangutan sanctuary where a tiny baby bird had gotten itself stuck in the water, apes are inquisitive, certainly, and as the orangutan saw it struggling, tried to get it to bite the leaf to bring it up, and that's exactly what it did. The ape plucked the bird from the water to the shock and happiness of the crowd. During the clip, people can be heard exclaiming at how amazing this was. The massive ape carried the chick back to the main part of its enclosure, where it tenderly placed it down on the grass and proceeded to gently stroke the bird in curiosity. While the orangutan might have had some semblance of empathy, the truth of the matter is that many animals do not possess or the want to understand things, as shown in this clip here. African waterholes are death traps for a few really good reasons. Gazelles, impalas, and more are the low-hanging fruit of these areas, with little ways to protect themselves. This gazelle in question is crossing a large, murky set of water, and in this part of nature you can be nearly seconds away from death in these parts that conceal dangerous crocodiles. One bite is all it takes to doom this gazelle, but even more dangerous is the hippos that live here too. Capable of snapping crocs in half with their mouths, they decide to go after this reptile and get it off this gazelle. While it looks like they're helping, there is no empathy here, as they begin to actually chase the gazelle hard and even push with their powerful head and try and catch it. I guess the important thing here is that it's alive, right? Ah yes, another story from the African plains, a place of many apex predators and dangers waiting in the shadowy canopies of trees and watery holes. Most prey items do not get lucky. Most gazelles are really living at the discretion of the lions and cheetahs that live there. But here, something really crazy happens. In this video, we see a gazelle of some sort having been caught by a leopard who is very nearly about to chomp down on its neck, as they tend to do. In the background, we do see a troop of baboons who are waiting and watching, as they could be meals as well for this cat. Now, for some reason, they come down to interrupt the feast of the leopard. More than likely, the baboons needed to scare this big cat away because of its danger to them. But for the gazelle, looking shocked as ever, it's alive and these primates have certainly saved it from a painful and scary end. Now, all of these videos are quite amazing, and while not all of these videos show a bit of empathy, we're still very intrigued by what has transpired in these videos. And we hope you guys were too. And as always, have a great one.